Hello gamers, and welcome back to another episode of Solo Spelunking. It is day 3 of Kraken week, and this will be episode 3 of my Kraken week adventure, featuring Don Diego de Vega, Carmen Alvarez, first mate. Don Diego de Vega is my character, and Captain Sparlos and their rowdy crew of sea dogs, and we are on Skull Island and we are looking for a gemstone called the Eye of the Kraken, which is supposedly on board a lost pirate ship somewhere on this island, and Captain Sparlos believes that the ship can be found at this sea that is basically not really a sea, it's a saltwater lake, because here the sea is flowing into the island, so this is like a large wide river out of seawater, and we are currently, our ship has anchored here before shore. We took small little rowing boats, and now we are on our way here to catch a glimpse and to see with our own eyes if this river is suitable so that our ship, the Black Sparrow, can sail down this river to this lake to hopefully find the lost pirate ship. And we just fought these vile scorpion creatures, so there's also like a little supernatural aspect to this adventure, which takes place in our world in the 1680s in the Caribbean. So we get right back into the action. So one of our crew members is seriously injured. He only has 1 hit point left and me and Carmen, we're also wounded, but we defeated those creatures, and now we took a moment to catch our breath, to gather our belongings, to readjust our gear, and of course to examine these vile creatures. And again, there's talk among the crew, the pirates. These creatures, they look like demons. They were probably created by black magic. Look, scorpions and men and women joined together in those hideous creatures. There must be dark voodoo magic at work here. This island is cursed. We're all cursed, probably. We will never make it back. So panic starts to spread a little. So once again, using my charismatic trait, I try to calm the crew members and to inspire them to keep their faith. So that'll be a skill challenge again to avoid losing morale, and this time it'll be a little bit more difficult, so I need 4 successes before I get 3 failures. And if I fail at the skill challenge, the crew's morale will go down. It's at 8 now, and if it reaches 0, there will be a mutiny. So I'm talking to these people. I know this is strange, but we managed. See, these creatures, they can be killed. They're not demons, they're not ghosts. But that's the first failure. Well, we were just lucky, but this is unnatural. This is a cursed island. No gemstone is worth being cursed by black magic. Man, you've seen a lot of things in your career. Success. Don't worry about it. We will get through. We just have to keep calm and stick together. And another success. 2 successes out of 4, 1 failure out of 3. Come on, man. Gather your things. We will move on. We protect each other. Another success. Looking good so far. All right, come on, men. Let's get going. Oh, and a failure. Second failure. All right, so now I need one more success, but I can only have one more failure. So this will be it. No, we won't go any further. Come on, you can go any. All right. And a success. All right, lucky me. So we do not lose any moral. So I managed to convince the crew, to inspire them to to calm their fears. And now we continue through this scrubby plains, and after a while, without any further encounters, we reach this river, the river bank, and we take a look. And let me change the scenery again. So we are off to this side here. And the rowdy crowd. All right. So a little change of scenery. And I'll show you, let me get my tablet out with the pictures, how this river bank looks like. So, Kraken week. So actually, that is the river. Let me check. Can you see it? Maybe I should go a little bit further down like this. Yeah, that looks good. So actually it's so this is when we look into the jungle. So the river, as you can see on the map, so we can't see that far, of course, but just that you get an idea. So here the river, it runs through these steaming jungles and swamp, and this is what this picture is supposed to be like. So it's actually a pretty wide river. So it's not really a river actually. It's like the sea water flowing into the island on some sort of canal, natural canal if you want. And so we have to take a closer look to see if in the middle of this river, I'm just calling it a river now, it is deep enough so that we can take our ship in. So this is what we do. So actually this pleasant view calms the people somewhat as well, and also the fact that we didn't encounter anything the last few hours on our trip. So yeah, we check out the water, and sure enough, it looks deep enough that we can take our ship through there, through the jungle. And this is what we will be doing. So we head back. It's not that far, and let's see if we encounter something. So it's a 1 in 6 chance, only on a 1, because those scorpion creatures, they were pretty territorial, so no other predators are in the area. Now they're dead, but it takes a while for those news to travel by natural means. So let's see, only if I roll a 1, there will be another encounter, and it's a 3. So we reach the beach without any further incident, and we take the rowing boats back to the ship. Then we raise the anchor, and we take the ship into this river, into this canal. And once again, Captain Sparlos, now he has to make a skill challenge to see if he can take the ship without any incident into this seawater lake down here on the island. And this will also be a 4-3 skill challenge again for him. And he also is rolling with advantage because he's an experienced sea dog. And success. You're looking for 5s and 6s in Tiny D6. Success. Oh, success. And a failure. First failure. And failure. Ooh. And failure. Oh, he didn't make it. So now what happens is, so we are already pretty far in, because it's like 3 successes. So we are pretty far in shortly before we reach this lake, as Captain Sparlos somehow misjudges or miscalculates the depth and gives a wrong command, and we drift a little to the side and the ship runs into ground, into sand, like on a sandbank, but still in this river. And now it's stuck on a sandbank. And now we have to somehow get it free. So the way to do this is, of course, to use ropes, and then we gotta like take the ropes with the rowing boats and go to the other side and then try to pull the ship free. So this is what we are trying to do. So the ship runs onto ground, onto sand, and Sparlos, he curses, "Damn, should have seen that. It all went so well. Too well, as a matter of fact." All right, man. But that's no problem. We just tie ropes to the rails, and then you will head to shore on the other side, on the eastern side. And we just pull the ship free. Don't worry about this. The water is calm. We'll get it done. All right, then. So that's what we set out to do. And yeah, they enter the rowing boats. They row, or they are on their way to the eastern shore, as I will check if some vile sea creature, because this is Kraken week, might be spoiling our plan or ruining our plan. A 2 in 6 chance. A 2 in 6 chance. Ta-da! And of course it is a 2. All right, so we are rowing. We are rowing. And so remember, this is seawater. And suddenly Where's a large base here? I just take this one. Oh yeah, they're all over there. And I'll get my map out. All right, so 1 second. I need to basically adjust this here for a minute. And so I always have some faucet water here and a microfiber cloth. So this is actually pretty great. For my acrylic sheet, to easily get rid of any illustration. So those of you new to the channel, I have a standard battle mat from Chessex, but it's underneath an acrylic sheet, like a thin plastic covering, 2 millimeters thick. And the good thing is you can draw directly on it and it doesn't stain, and even though you can let it on there for like 2-3 days, it will not dry in, and then just take a microfiber cloth like I just did and wipe it off. So that's a great addition to your gaming accessories if you don't already have that. And I got it off Amazon, so if you want to try something similar. So see, I can just, this is like the shoreline, and we are like into rowing boats. Never mind now where the boat is. So this is yeah, the scale, it's just like to illustrate this. So this is one of the rowing boats. I'm not really an artist. This is why I use AI generated images. And yeah, so on this rowing boat there is me and 2 crew members at full health. And the other rowing boat is someplace else, doesn't really matter, just for flavor, because this is a great white shark. Because, like, remember, this is seawater, and basically from the sea you can also swim directly into this river, and this is like a hunting ground. So this is a shark, also from the Skulls and Shackles set, with a large toothy maw. And so we are on this boat as suddenly a thump shakes the boat, because it's huge, it's a huge white shark, slams against the boat, and we all need to pass a test in order to not go overboard. So I'm an acrobat, I got the acrobat trait, so I can roll with advantage, and hopefully I stay on board. Let me see, can you see it all right? I hope. Yeah, I bet. All right, so so I'm an acrobat and I pass. So I keep my footing, and these guys, they roll with 2d6 standard test. This guy first, he passes, lucky him. And this guy, he passes as well. So we are lucky. So this shark, he slams against our boat, it shakes, but we hold on. And then I shout, "Shark! Shark in the water, be careful!" And then, now that we know that there's this shark, we take the rows. What are they called? The things that you row with. I don't know the word. So we take these wooden things and pedals, I think. And with these pedals, we hit against the nose of the shark. So we try to drive him off and drive him away. So then the shark, it realizes that we are not that easy prey, and it disappears, swims away. So this would all So this was all basically for nothing. No, if we would have failed this test and gone into the water, this is when it would have been interesting. So now we keep a lookout. So we reach this eastern shore, and then we use those ropes and pull. So a couple of us, and we manage indeed to get the ship off this sandbank and back into the middle of this river. And then we also row back to the main boat, while of course again paying close attention to what is in the water underneath us. So that was close. We all passed our tests, so nobody ended up as shark food, as we then finally reach this lake. And then we sail basically across and around this lake to look for something unusual. And sure enough, on this southwestern part of the lake, there is the wreck of a ship on the small sandy beach. So here, this is it, on the small sandy beach of this seawater lake. And the lookout, he goes, "Sail ho! A shipwreck to the southwest. All right, men, I think this is it." So Captain Sparlos, he's overjoyed. "The map, it seems to be accurate. It's true. I think we found it. I think we found it." And he gets excited, and I try to calm him. "Well, Captain, actually this is great, and you proved your skill by leading us here, but we don't have this jewel in our hands yet. We don't know if this is if the story, this legend, is even true. So we should be careful and keep our guards up and take a look." "Yeah, all right. So we don't want to share this fate. So we will anchor here and again use the rowing boats." Right. So this is what we do. We anchor and use the rowing boats, and then we basically get to this small piece of sandy beach. And we careful and slowly, with weapons drawn, approach the wreck of this ship. And as we approach it, I'm not sure, but was there movement? Did something move inside? I didn't see anything. Maybe an animal or something. All right, let's be careful, but let's get closer. So Carmen, me, the captain, and 2 crew members, we are the ones walking towards the ship, and the rest of the men, they're partially on board the main ship and also with the rowing boats, and we approach. So let's make a test if I spot something. Normal trade test, 2d6. Yes, I do. So indeed, I look again. No, there's movement there. And I point at, indeed, in the belly of the sunken ship, there are humanoid shapes, humanoid, shambling shapes that slowly move towards us. And as they exit the belly of the ship, we see that they're sailors, but they're dead sailors. So they're half rotten, half skeletal, clad in rags, and they are dead, obviously, but some unnatural form of life animates them. And with a slow relentlessness, they move towards us. So these are those undead sailors that have their rags on. Some have rusty swords or sabers, and there are 5 of them, and they shamble towards us. And their intention is clear. They want to keep us from entering the vessel. All right. So I was up front. So again, let's have a little combat encounter. Let me get some undead out first. So these pawns, they don't really fit, but doesn't really matter. This is also a good one. And this is one, 2, 3, 4. And another one. Oh, yeah, this is also fitting. All right, so they have rusty sabers, daggers, or just rotten claws, and they are about to attack. Get some bases out here quick. All right, so and these are all Pathfinder pawns from different sets. I got more of them that I could ever use probably, and they're not really well sorted. That's also a problem. But so far I managed. All right, so let's get this up here so that we have a little more room. So they shamble towards us, and we assume also an attack formation, and combat is about to begin. So again, let's roll for Carmen, me, and the captain if we go before the monsters. All right, so we all go after the monsters. So those they go first. So this first one, this is a crew member here. It shambles towards this crew member. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25 feet is like the standard assumed speed if you play on a grid with tiny d6. And second action with claw against this pirate crewman. And it's a hit. Alright, so he's at 3 hit points now. This is Skulls and Shackles 60. S and S 60 is at 3 hit points. So S plus S 60 has 3. So they start out with 4 hit points. And this zombie right here goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and is able to attack me. I'm already wounded. I am at 4 hit points out of the 6. So he approaches me. I have my rapier out, of course, or it also hits or attacks. And also hits. So I am, because we didn't really get to rest. Oh damn, I'm at 3 hit points. Alright, so this zombie goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1, 2, 3. He's got to take 2 actions to move towards the captain, and this zombie 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Has to take 2 actions to move towards me. And this zombie also heads towards the captain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now finally we get to act. Alright, so again, we need to concentrate on enemies. So these zombies, they have 2 hit points. So if we are lucky, we can take them out with our 2 actions. So this pirate first, he attacks. Standard test. And he's got 2 actions. First action is an attack with his rapier. Of course, this is a miss. And second action. Yes. Oh, it's a hit, but it would be a critical hit, but it hasn't mastered his weapon, so here they only have 2 hit points, so I mark damage with these dice over here. So that was this pirate. Let's turn him this way. So he hasn't acted yet, so alright. Now my turn. I have mastered my rapier and I'm attacking this guy right in front of me. And I hit. First point of damage. And second action. Maybe I can take him out. Please. Yes, 662. So this guy is out. And I have acted. Now, this pirate, he hasn't acted yet. So he assists his friend. So he sadly needs 1 action to move over there, but he still has 1 action and this guy only has 1 hit point. So standard test. Please. Actually, that would be a critical failure all once. But I'm not using this. Alright, so Carmen Alvarez. Alright, so we want to reduce incoming damage, and she, so a little better gaming, she can only take 1 action. So she will go 1, 2, 3, move here to use her 1 action then. Or she can take 2 actions, but she did have to move. So they have all acted. So she again uses her saber, which she has also mastered. She's got the yellow dice to try to finally get rid of this undead sailor, cutting his head off. But it's also a miss. damn. All right, and now Captain Sparlos. Captain Sparlos is moving. No, he's not moving because he can take one out. He also has his saber mastered because he's an experienced sea dog and he attacks this undead sailor. And it's a miss. 2, 3, 4, but I'm looking for 5s and 6s. And again. Yes. So 1 damage. Wounded. And we all have acted. So she has acted as well because the monsters went first. So now it's initiative again. I need some more red dice here. Luckily, I got plenty of them. Alright, and hopefully I free up some by killing monsters. But now it's initiative. Alright, so the captain, me, and Carmen. Let's see if we go before or after the monsters. And again, we all go after the monsters. So this acted token turns like this. So I'm starting with the wounded zombies. And so this zombie is going to attack Captain Sparlos because the captain just wounded him. So this zombie can take 2 actions. They will not focus. They will not evade because they're stupid zombies. They will just attack. And it's a hit. And a miss. So the Captain Sparlos is at 5 HP. Alright, so this zombie has acted. Now let's go this zombie. Also 2 attacks. And then we are shouting, man, we need help here, to those at the rowing boats. But this one is a miss. And a miss. Alright, this zombie attacks me. First attack. Ah, it's a hit. Second attack. A miss. So I'm at 2 hit points. I need to retreat. And this zombie attacks this crew member there. This one. Is that the 61? No. So he will attack the Skull and Shackle 61 that is already wounded. So, because he smells the blood and the scent of death clinging to him. It's a hit. And second attack. It's a hit. 2 points of damage. So this guy is down to 1 HP. Help! So this sailor grabs him and bites him in the shoulder. So he's got this undead sailor on him. Let's get rid of him. Alright, let's do the main protagonists first. The captain. Taking an attack with his mastered saber against the wounded zombie. Yes, it's a hit. So this guy is dead. And his second attack against this zombie. It's a miss. Alright, he has acted. Alright, now, so that was 1 hit. Was it a hit? Damn. I should have... I No, he killed the other one. Yeah, that's so no hit, no damage. Okay. So now, the wounded crewman is desperate. 2d6 attacks this zombie sailor clinging to him. Yes, it's a hit. So he manages to get rid of him. That was his first action. So technically he can still move, but he won't, just for fluff. Second action will be the evade action. So if he's attacked until the start of his next turn, he can roll with disadvantage to avoid the damage if he should have been hit. Alright, so we three can still act. So this guy, he will move up, 1, 2, 3, and so that was a move, and then he'll attack. I missed, damn it. But now, Carmen Alvarez with her mastered saber. First attack. Miss. Second attack. So he has a rusty saber and parries. Yeah, but one hit. Now I need to finish him, please. Alright, I've already also mastered my rapier. First attack. Yes. And now, with my second attack, again, I try to basically do this illusion of me getting the powder pistol out, just shooting in the general direction here, because I don't want to risk hitting the captain, but this is just a rouse for a magic bolt attack that I will do using my spell touch trait standard test. But I don't want anyone to notice because of the superstition they all have. But it's a miss. So I just take my gunpowder, black powder pistol out of the belt, and smoke and noise, but no effect. So we have all acted. Initiative. Yes, I go before, the captain goes before, and Carmen goes after. Alright, so I go before and the captain. So now this time I need to move, so I'm moving 1, 2, 3 and attack. Mastered rapier. And I got to this or one. Oh, I already turned it. Okay, so yes, that is one hit. So I have acted and one hit. But the captain, he also gets to act before, and he has mastered his saber as well. So first attack. Excuse me. Yes, and it's a hit. Whew. So we made it, but I'm at 2 hit points. Carmen at 3 hit points. Sparlos is still pretty fit at 5. And this Skulls and Shackle guy only 1 hit point, so he's seriously wounded. He's got a bite mark in his shoulder, and I also have another one that is wounded from the encounter with the Scorpion. That is the GMG 79 guy. So these two, they return to the ship, to the rowing boats, and they will not be available in further combat encounters because they're too wounded, so just in case. Alright, so we finally defeated them. And again, there's this shock moment in the faces. So once the adrenaline goes out of the body, and they realize what just happened, that they just fought undead sailors. It is time for another check. So just as a reminder for those of you just tuning in, so we're playing in our world in the Caribbean Sea 1680. So usually undead and these creatures, they're not common, but I said in the first episode that this will be, of course, introducing some mysterious elements, some pulp elements, just like in the King Kong movie on Skull Island, or similar movies where unexplainable things are happening in our world. So, but whenever these strange things happen, I have to see if the moral of the crew decreases, just like corruption or sanity in Cthulhu games. And when moral reaches 0, we will have a mutiny on our hands. And moral is at 8 still from 10, so we're doing pretty good. But that is also because I'm charismatic, and so far I've managed to keep the crew together. But so I'm not going to do a skill challenge here, just a normal test now. And if I fail the test, moral goes down by 1 because of this event and encounter. Yeah, but I pass. So once again, with my charismatic appearance and my good prep and pep talk, I can keep the crew together, and they keep it together, and we head into the belly of the sunken ship. And Captain Sparlos and Carmen Alvarez and myself, we immediately head into the captain's quarters. And sure enough, in the captain's quarters, there is a treasure chest. And we open up this treasure chest, and indeed, in this chest, there is a huge black-purple gemstone, which is indeed shaped like an eye, like a pupil, like in this ellipsoid shape, and it is black, and the purple elements in this gemstone, they're indeed like forming like this, like a pupil, like a slit pupil, and indeed this gemstone looks like a huge eye of a large kraken. And as Captain Sparlos holds it in his hands, he feels a strange sensation, as if this gemstone radiates and pulsates with some strange energy. And as he is holding this gemstone, this eye of the Kraken, suddenly a scream from the skeleton crew still left on the ship can be heard. The water! The water is moving! And we immediately, so the Captain Sparlos, he grabs this eye of the Kraken, he grabs it and holds it, and we run to the outside and we head to the rowing boats. We look at our ship, and indeed the water is moving. And out of the water, out of this lake, suddenly, and suddenly there are dark clouds forming in the sky, dark clouds, and suddenly the water is moving, and the water surface it stirs, and next and close to the ship, huge, meaty tentacles emerge out of the water, and they're shouting, "It's the Kraken! It's a Kraken!" And here we will end this episode with a cliffhanger. So stay tuned for the epic finale of my Kraken Week adventure, The Eye of the Kraken, which I will conclude, obviously, with one large battle against a giant Kraken tomorrow in then my last video for Kraken Week, where I will conclude this adventure. So if you enjoyed this episode, and if this was the first episode you watched, check out the other episodes, and of course check out my channel. So thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to like and to subscribe and to share the video. And as always, stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.